So you do the restaurant business in the 80s, and then you switch to the energy industry. When do you, because one thing I've realized is that once you pick something, you do it to the best of your ability, at some point you will venture into something else. When do you know it's time to move from one industry to another? Because that's something, that's a talent that very few people have. You know, people want to get comfortable, do one thing and just stick to that thing.
I think one of the things that I've been lucky is to open my eyes to opportunities. Okay. Because in the energy sector, I remember that we entered into petroleum because the South Sudan was coming up that time and the roads were being constructed. We were not the constructor of the roads. There was the Horses brothers, they were the contractors of the roads, and there was shortages of petroleum going there. So we created a way of getting all the products through Uganda, a town called Kaboko. We went and created a storages there. And if you remember, there was the Ethiopian hunger, and there was the issue of a big show that was done by Bono, the musician, and all that. Yeah. And then during that time, they created trucks that were ferrying the products or distributing the food in the South Sudan, in Ethiopia. After that hunger was finished, the distribution of the food, those trucks were given to horses, or they were bought by horses, and then we utilized them to track the product in Sudan, in South Sudan, because there were no roads. Remember, before, to fly the foods, they needed the jet fuel. So that jet fuel had to be tracked to somewhere nearest, because a helicopter doesn't fly. It can fly, but then the cost of flying it for a long distance, because it can't carry heavy weight, was too expensive. So we had to move the foods or the fuel by trucks to the nearest place where they could put them in the helicopters, and then they go dropping the food in various places, because there were no roads that time. Yeah. So we ended up getting into that. That's how I came up into the petroleum industry, and then from there it was a very profitable business those days. We ended up seeing what is the next opportunity. We ended up going to Congo, and from Congo the mines were opening up, the copper, the decarbonization story had started, and the copper prices had started rocketing up, and then there was a big increase, and that's where we also concentrated our efforts onto delivering petroleum products into Congo. And while we were going to Congo, then Zambia, because of the mines growing up, they started running short of fuel, and then it became a very profitable market in Zambia, and that's how we ended up being in 8 countries in Africa, in the distribution of products.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching that highlight video. If you want to watch the full conversation that we had on the game drive, click here. I'm going to put it here. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, or even share with anyone who would be interested in this conversation. It helps my channel and it helps me make more videos like this. Asante. Bye.